Buen día. Thank you so much for joining us at Holberton Coding School, Puerto Rico Demo Day. You know, we do this 3 times a year. Yes, round of applause. Thank you for all taking time out of your day, out of your weeks and your Friday before the weekend to celebrate our newest software development graduates. Now we clap again. No. So good morning again, and thank you so much for joining us. Today we will be celebrating our Cohort 27 software development graduates at Holberton Coding School, Puerto Rico. They are graduating from our 9-month software engineering intensive bootcamp. We are so proud of them as they fulfill their journey and, most importantly, present their applications that they've been developing for the last 5 to 8 weeks. So over the last 9 months, they've endured weekly peer learning days, PLDs is what we call them, led by our software engineering lead, Sean Cardona, and our amazing team of student tutors who are also graduates from Holberton Coding School here in Puerto Rico. They've also endured some career development workshops and 10 weeks of career preparation and mock interviewing with me. We practice recruiter interviews, technical interviews, and the career preparation doesn't stop there. So I hope for all the students here and all the alumni listening online, I'm here for you, and the whole team is here supporting you and your career journey. So on that note, today kicks off these graduates' tech careers, right? One of our students is actually employed in a software development role, so we're really excited about that. You'll hear a little bit more soon. But the rest of them are open to job opportunities. So if you're here recruiting, if you're here as a tech enthusiast, please, we welcome you to challenge our students, challenge our graduates, ask them questions about their applications, ask them questions about what they're looking for in their careers. And if you know someone who's looking for a software development graduate, make that connection. We would so appreciate it. All right, so thank yous. I mentioned our education team led by Sean Cardona. Thank you so much for everything you do for our students. Our marketing and admissions team, Chandres Zapata y Dayeli. Our co-founders, Adam Beglin, Adam Beglin and Cyril Meduña. And Mercedes Diaz, our campus director and CEO here at Holberton and Code Puerto Rico. So again, thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna get off the stage now because the most important part is about to begin. Get ready for some amazing presentations and demos. After the presentations, we're gonna open it up to a meet and greet section where you'll be able to freely talk to our students, talk to the graduates about their apps and demo their projects. So thanks again, and I'll see you after the presentations.
Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Jose Camacho Santiago, and today I'm going to talk about my project called Noble Foods. For this project, the team was me, myself, and I. A full stack responsible for doing the front and the back end of the application. Before Holberton, I graduated from Academia San Antonio in Guayama. I studied business administration for 3 years, which helped me develop my skills as a businessman and make my app called Noble Foods, a food delivery app. While managing orders and communicating with customers, I realized how important and how helpful it will be to have a digital platform. That digital platform didn't exist in the southeast of Puerto Rico, Salinas. You may know of an app called Uber Eats. Can you believe Uber doesn't reach my hometown of Salinas? That's where Noble Foods came to life. Building Noble Foods was a very fun experience. The development part took like 3 weeks, but after careful consideration and a lot of planning, I decided to go with this tech stack. I chose React with Vite and Tailwind CSS to handle the front end of the APIs, the front end. I chose React because of its popularity and I wanted to develop my skills as a developer. For the backend, I chose Node.js with Express to handle APIs and application logic. I use PostgreSQL to store data of the restaurants, menus, and the orders. And finally, I use Docker to manage the Postgres databases so it could handle a consistent development environment. One of my main challenges was connecting the end to the backend. So they could browse restaurants and place orders. I handled this by doing a lot of research, watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I looked up how to implement ASIOS so it could handle the responses going through the API. Another challenge was storing the database schemas of the restaurants, menus, and orders. I also had to ensure that the user experience in Noble Foods was smoothly for the user, so it could browse restaurants, view menus, and place orders. Now, I'll show you what is a user experience in Noble Foods. Here, we can see the homepage where the user can browse restaurants, view their name of the restaurant that they want to pick, their rating, and estimated time of delivery. Once the customer selects the restaurant that they want to pick, they can view their menu. And their price. Once you select the item that you want to add to your cart, you'll see it on the top that it will update automatically. Once on the cart, they can remove or add more items to their cart and place their order. Once they place their order, they have to fill the information for the delivery information, like their address and all those stuff. No, de Salina. Once the user places the order, they can track the status of the order, of the delivery status, like on the way, preparing, or delivered. Building Noble Foods helped me gain experience on full stack applications and real life apps. Thank you for your time and attention. And if you would like to see more of my application or myself, you can see my LinkedIn or my GitHub through the QR code. And after the presentation, go visit me booth to demo Noble Foods. Thank you for your time.
Good morning. My name is Angel Bayo Torres, and I'm a full stack developer and AI engineer in Holberton, which now that I think about it, it's a sentence that I never thought I would say. My background is more in art. I've never done something like this, so it's been very awesome. And I'm here to talk to you about my website called PropCare AI. It's a website for property management and for rental homes, Airbnb, and your own home. But before I talk to you about my app, let me talk to you why I built it. Puerto Rico has 18,000 active SDRs. Short-term rentals, thank you. That's the worst, yes. Short-term rental listings in Puerto Rico, over $2.1 billion in annual revenue in tourism. The growth is 340%, and the occupancy rate is at 72%. So with that high level of tourism, that means property owners have a very high level of demand, which brings a whole bunch of problems in communications and services. So AI, PropCare AI, aim is to have all of that into one platform. PropCare AI brings, excuse me. One of the reasons I came up with this is that my girlfriend who lives in Aguadilla, she has an apartment who was recently remodeled. And the reason she's renting it is because the owner decided that she didn't want to deal with the hassle of dealing with Airbnb maintenance on a weekly basis. So she decided to put it on long-term rental. And that's kind of what I've been always been hearing about. One of the issues that either people who have Airbnbs or people who don't have or think about having Airbnbs. PropCare AI, one of the issues is that there's no central hub. Services get missed. Providers are hard to find. And there's no communication trails between a property owner and a provider. PropCare AI brings all that into one web application where you can add your properties, find your local services, and schedule, organize, and track everything. Using a web stack, a tech stack, Node.js, JavaScript across both front end and back end, with Node.js on the back end and PostgreSQL for database. The AI uses natural language, web search tool, and location aware. Security API proxy. So PropCare AI has a built-in assistant that you can text, it manages your property for you. It knows your location. If you have a property, for example, in Luquillo, the AI knows that your property is in Luquillo and will find providers in that area. So if you, for example, need a gardener, you just go to your property, you type in, I need a gardener, the AI will search that area, come up with a list of providers with their phone numbers and website if they have them. PropCare AI also has a provider section. So it's not only for property owners. If you are a plumber or an electrician, you also have a dedicated login page where you can communicate with property owners and schedules and have your own list of like maintenance and stuff like that. Some of the challenges I faced as a solo project engineer was that building a full stack web application in a short amount of time. Most of my time developing this website was focused on the AI assistant, getting it to learn context-based language, natural communications. For example, if you don't know what's happening in your property, let's say your roof is leaking, but you don't know the name of a person that would help with that. You can just write down, my roof is leaking. The AI understands that, knows how to interpret it, and gives you an answer based on that. It also helps you schedule and set up maintenance. It also gives you suggestions. It also knows how to write suggestions. Yeah, I already said that. Sorry. So building all of that was very difficult. But as I was focused on that, the deadline was looming to have this project ready. So I employed Cloud AI to help me with the front-end design of the website. I wanted a responsive, modern, and sleek-looking web design, and Claude helped me with that. Here we have the homepage where you sign in. You have your property owner. You have a list of your homes, how much money you spent, any upcoming services. Or you can add your property, but your properties also have their own web page with dedicated pages to each one. You click on it, you get your GPS, service history, assigned providers, the AI chatbot. You can ask, as for example, my roof is leaking. It knows that you're in Old San Juan, so it's gonna come up with a search based on that location and suggestions and all stuff like that. If you can see your phone numbers, you can see the websites. It's a little small, but it looks better. And suggestions for which ones are better, because it has a rating system. And you can tell it to schedule a service for you, and it automatically schedules. And that's it. And here you can add your property. It's very quick and easy. Especially it already knows because you input it. Here you have your main house. It has your GPS and location. So yes, that's my web application. My name is Angel Bayo. And if you want to learn more information, my booth is in the back. I'm going to see you guys. Sí.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Victor Diaz, also known as 10 Days in the Art and Music Community. And today I'll show you something I've been working on for a while now. It's a bridge between two worlds, art and technology. My journey started at the Conservatory of Music of Puerto Rico in 2014, where I studied composition theory and musicology, and later graduated from Berklee College of Music, majoring in electronic production and design. Today, I'm finishing another milestone with Holberton School's software engineering program. This isn't a career change. I'm simply creating the tools that make music more interactive, more immersive, and more connected. I build experiences, not just applications. Throughout the years, I built a diverse portfolios that span two worlds. On the creative side, I've mastered applications like Ableton Live, Pro Tools, Logic, Max MSP, Touch Designer, Pure Data, as well as others. And thanks to Holberton School now, I build applications with React, Python, JavaScript, Flask, C, and SQL. And in the past, I worked with clients such as Warner Bros., Caribbean Cinemas, and GFR Media's providing audio assets such as ADR and sound design. Now let me talk about the problem I set out to solve. If you look at the left side, well, right side, a little bit confusing. This is a traditional festival. In traditional festivals, you'll see people with their phones up, not interacting, but recording. Audience members as spectators, completely disconnected from what's happening on stage. It's completely passive, one way, and limited. This is where my application, Yambica, closes that gap. Yambica creates the spectators into the performer itself. They become active participants. There's a two-way interaction between the artist and the audience itself. And you create art and community together. So Yambica turns every phone into an audiovisual instrument within an event. It's zero install, no app installation or download required. It's web-based, accessible through any device, and works on any modern browser today. It's ultra low latency and supports open sound control protocol messages for any for flexible integration within music software and hardware environments. So how does it work? It's as simple as scanning a QR code right in front of you, and it opens up the browser. You click connect, and immediately you are interacting and creating art in front of you. It's as simple as that. So what's under the hood in Yambica? It's a 3-layer architecture. There's the client layer, which is the front end. There's the bridge layer, and then there's the performance layer. On the client layer, we have React 19, which supports all the web infrastructure, p5.js for all the interactive art within the landing page, as well as a web audio API for sound synthesis to decorate the landing page a little bit more, you know. The bridge layer, it's a Node.js server that acts as a communication hub to translate all user input into OSE protocol messages and send them to the performance layer. And the performance layer, it can be diverse since OSE is it's a protocol that is accepted by various audio softwares as well as audiovisual software. It's going to depend on the artist which software they're going to use. It can be Max MSP, Touch Designer, Pure Data, etc. So one of the main issues I ran into mainly, Yambica used to be turn-based. Why? The problem started thinking about museums and festivals. People are going to come and go as they please, chaotically. They're not going to wait their turn to be able to use the application. So 16 users equal 16 data streams, which in that case, it's a little bit messy for Touch Designer. So this is where the Node.js server comes in. It bundles up everybody's input into a single data stream, making it way more organized, more accessible for everything. And so the WebSocket just broadcasts a single JSON message, making it just one clean signal. This is what makes it modular, scalable, and production ready. Now here's a live demo. This is me interacting with the application itself. So when you scan the QR code, Immediately, it will take you to the page on the right. You click connect, and immediately you'll be interacting. It's as simple as that. Look at the real-time interaction. 0 latency. And you'll be interacting not only with visuals, but with audio itself. So, what do I bring to the table? I'm a full stack developer with a deep knowledge in music and sound and 10 plus years of professional experience. Like I said at the beginning, I built bridges between art and technology. Come visit me by booth if you're interested in building those bridges together. Thank you.
All right, let's hear it again for the presenters today. Great job to the graduates. I know a lot of work goes into the apps themselves, but also preparing. So great job, and we're so happy for you. I'm now going to open up the meet and greet portion of the morning. And what that means is visitors, please feel free to stop by each of the graduates' booths, ask them questions, challenge them on their applications, give them some advice, whatever you'd like. And for the folks online on the stream, if you'd like to talk to our graduates, you can stay on the Google Meet, and I'll make sure to connect you. All right, well, thank you so much for your attention. Enjoy some snacks and beverages, and enjoy the meet and greet.